Picture this: John sitting in his car, scrolling Amazon on his phone. Back seats filled with unopened packages. He smirks and says, "I deserve this," right before buying another thing he doesn't need. But then later, he opens his banking app and boom, reality hits. That sinking feeling when you realize your money just vanished again. We've been told success means owning more: the car, the sneakers, the watch. But here's the twist: the ones who look rich usually aren't, and the ones who look plain, they're the ones stacking quiet wealth, building freedom brick by brick while everyone else is chasing clout. What if all that money, every impulse buy, every night out just to flex, could have already bought you freedom? Real talk, you might have been just a few smart choices away from never stressing over bills again. Because if we keep living like this, paycheck to paycheck, chasing stuff we don't need, we're not building a life. We're renting one, forever. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to stay that way. Let's talk about how to stop buying stuff and start building real security. Hey, I'm John, and this is Cash Plan with John, your channel for real talk about money, mindset, and financial freedom. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're about to change the way you see money. Quick disclaimer: this is for education only, not financial advice. In this video, we'll unpack why buying stuff keeps you broke, how to build security instead, and the mindset shifts that could completely change your future. Let's get into it. We've all been there. You buy that new gadget or sneakers, and for a second, you feel unstoppable. But deep down, that rush fades fast, and you're left chasing the next thing. That's the trap, confusing spending with success. We think having more stuff means we're doing better. But reality check: 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Meanwhile, our garages and closets are full of things we barely even touch. Now imagine this: fewer things, less stress. Your home feels bigger, your mind feels lighter. You own your stuff instead of your stuff owning you. Warren Buffett said it best: if you buy things you don't need, you'll end up selling things you do. Real wealth isn't in what you buy. It's in the peace you feel knowing you're secure. We've been sold the idea that security comes from having more stuff, more money, more everything. But real freedom, it's not about stacking things, it's about needing less. The less you need to impress, the freer you become. Financial security isn't about flexing, it's about feeling safe. When you know you can handle the curveballs life throws at you, that's real peace of mind. Having less stress beats having more stuff any day. Even something as simple as a $1,000 emergency fund can protect you from most of life's small disasters. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about sleeping better knowing you're covered. That's real power. Most people chase status symbols, cars, brands, the latest tech. But smart people, they chase stability. Because as Naval Ravikant said, wealth is having assets that earn while you sleep. That's the kind of flex that actually matters. Let's be real. Trying to stay on top of every bill and expense manually is like juggling fire blindfolded. One missed payment, and suddenly everything snowballs. The smartest move isn't doing more. It's setting up systems that do the work for you. Think of your money system like setting up autopilot. When 10% of your income goes straight to savings before you can even touch it, that's power. Small moves done automatically stack up big over time. Imagine this: paycheck comes in, bills get paid, savings grow, and you didn't even lift a finger. That's what freedom looks like, not chaos, but flow. The truth is, manual budgeting feels good at first, but it only takes one bad month to mess it all up. Systems don't rely on your mood or memory, they just work. Your money should work harder than you. Think about it while you sleep. Your investments can be grinding for you 24/7. That's how real freedom starts, not by working more hours, but by letting your money clock in when you clock out. Investing isn't gambling. It's the opposite of buying more stuff. Every dollar you put into assets is like planting a tree that grows quietly. While you live your life, the goal isn't flash, it's freedom. Here's the math. If you invest just $200 a month with an 8% return, in 20 years you could have over $117,000. That's not luck. That's compound interest doing its quiet magic. Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. Most people chase fast gains and end up broke. But when you play the long game, patience builds peace, not stress, while others show off, your money's quietly compounding. And one day, you'll be the one living free. You ever realize how every dollar you spend is basically a vote? Yeah, a vote for the kind of life you're building. When you spend mindlessly, you're choosing distraction. But when you invest intentionally, you're choosing direction. The crazy part? The average guy drops about $300 a month on stuff he doesn't even notice. Subscriptions, snacks, random apps. That's money just leaking out, and it could have been the foundation of your safety net. Now imagine cutting half of that waste. Suddenly, you've got extra cash for an emergency fund. Or to invest. That's how you start buying back your peace of mind. Small choices today, big wins later. Most people buy to escape their reality, but the real flex is building one worth living in. Like Ryan Holiday says, ego is the enemy. Your future self doesn't care about how cool you looked. It cares that you're free. We've been sold the idea that more stuff equals more happiness. But the truth, the more we own, the more we owe in time, energy, and peace of mind. Real power comes when you decide what's enough. Minimalism isn't about having nothing. It's about having control. When you spend less, you buy back your time, your options, your freedom. It's not about deprivation. It's about direction. Cutting just $200 a month might sound small, but that's $2,400 a year, enough to start investing. Or fund your first side hustle. That's how simplicity turns into opportunity. People think spending less means living less, but it's actually living free. Because when your bills shrink, your peace grows. As Dave Ramsey said, live like no one else. So later you can live like no one else. You don't have to win the money game overnight. Real security isn't built in a weekend. It's built through small moves that stack over time. The ones who stay consistent, even when it's not exciting, end up the freest. Think about it. Even a small $100 investment every month can turn into over $140,000 in 30 years. That's not luck. That's discipline stacking over time. The future belongs to people who stay in the game. Picture this, years from now, calm on a beach somewhere, not worried about bills, not checking your bank app every day. That's the reward for playing the long game. You bought freedom, not things. If you don't plan long-term, someone else profits off your short-term moves. Remember what Tony Robbins said, spend less than you earn, invest the rest. That's not just money advice, it's a freedom formula. So here's the truth, security isn't built by buying more, it's built by choosing better, by building habits, systems, and peace of mind. If this hit you, smash that like button, share this with a friend who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe to Cash Plan with John. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Drop a comment. What's one thing you're cutting back on to build security this year? Let's start that conversation below. Remember, you don't need more stuff. You need more peace. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.